My Mister is a poignant South Korean drama that delves into the lives of individuals grappling with the burdens of their existence and how they find solace and strength in the most unexpected of connections. The story primarily revolves around two central figures, Park Dong-hoon, a middle-aged structural engineer, and Lee Ji-an, a young woman living a life marked by hardship and adversity. Park Dong-hoon, portrayed with a quiet depth by Lee Sun-kyun, is a man in his 40s, a steady and reliable presence in his professional and personal life. He works at a construction company, where he is well respected for his integrity and work ethic. However, beneath this veneer of stability, Dong-hoon carries a heavy weight. He is married to Kang Yoon-hee, Lee Ji-ah, a woman who is secretly having an affair with Do Jun-young, who is not only Dong-hoon's junior from university, but also the CEO of the company where Dong-hoon works. This betrayal forms a significant undercurrent of stress and unhappiness in Dong-hoon's life. Dong-hoon also bears the responsibility of supporting his family, which includes his mother and two brothers. His elder brother, Park Sang-hoon, Park Ho-san, is struggling with the aftermath of a failed business venture and a divorce, leading him to rely on his mother's support. His younger brother, Park Ki-hoon, Song Sai-byok, is a struggling filmmaker, still clinging to the dreams of his youth and facing the harsh realities of a career that has not taken off. The brothers share a close bond, often gathering at their neighborhood bar, finding comfort and camaraderie in each other's company, and the familiar surroundings of their tight-knit community. In stark contrast to Dong-hoon's life, yet equally burdened, is Lee Ji-an, played with a compelling intensity by IU. Ji-an is a young woman in her early 20s, living a life that no young person should have to endure. She is the sole caregiver for her elderly and hearing-impaired grandmother, a responsibility that consumes much of her time and energy. Ji-an is also burdened by a significant amount of debt, a consequence of her mother's financial missteps, which leaves her vulnerable to the relentless harassment and threats of a ruthless loan shark, Lee Gwang-il, Jang Ki-yong. Gwang-il harbors a complex and dark history with Ji-an, adding another layer of torment to her already difficult existence. Ji-an's circumstances force her to take on a temporary job at the same construction company where Dong-hoon works. It is here that their paths cross, setting in motion a series of events that will profoundly impact both of their lives. Ji-an, desperate to escape her financial woes, becomes entangled in a scheme involving a bribe intended for Dong-hoon. She initially sees him as a target, a means to an end, and even goes as far as to participate in corporate espionage, working with Dong-hoon's professional adversaries to undermine him. However, as Ji-an observes Dong-hoon more closely, she begins to see a different side to him. She witnesses his quiet strength, his unwavering integrity, and his deep-seated kindness. She sees how he navigates his own personal struggles with a stoic grace, never losing sight of his principles or his compassion for others. This observation sparks a gradual shift in Ji-an's perception of Dong-hoon. She starts to empathize with his burdens, recognizing a kindred spirit in someone who, like her, is carrying a weight that seems almost too heavy to bear. The drama beautifully portrays the evolving relationship between Dong-hoon and Ji-an. It is not a conventional romantic relationship, but rather a deep and meaningful connection built on mutual understanding, empathy, and a shared sense of hardship. They find solace in each other's presence, offering a form of comfort and support that they are unable to find elsewhere. Dong-hoon, in his own quiet way, becomes a source of strength for Ji-an, someone who listens to her, understands her pain, and offers her a sense of stability and protection that she has never known. Ji-an, in turn, brings a raw honesty and a different perspective into Dong-hoon's life, challenging him to confront his own unhappiness and to seek a path towards healing. The supporting cast in My Mister is equally compelling, each character adding depth and richness to the narrative. The neighborhood community, with its colorful residents and their shared struggles, provides a backdrop of warmth and humanity. Young-hee, the owner of the local bar, is a central figure in this community, offering a space for solace and connection. The dynamics within Dong-hoon's family, the struggles of his brothers and the various individuals at the company where he works all contribute to the drama's exploration of human relationships and the complexities of life. My Mister is a drama that explores the themes of human connection, empathy, and the search for meaning in the face of adversity. It is a story about how people from different walks of life can find solace and strength in each other, and how even in the darkest of times there is always the possibility of hope and healing. The drama's strength lies in its realistic portrayal of its characters, its nuanced exploration of their emotional journeys, and its ability to find beauty and warmth in the midst of hardship. It's a reminder that even when life feels overwhelming, human connection can provide a lifeline. Don't forget to subscribe.